What's going on with the tube? It's Fizz. What up, snappers? Subscribe to my channel. Without further ado, we're gonna get into this. I want to say how to tell if a guy's an asshole, and primarily why most guys are assholes, and what you should do about it. Well, how to tell if a guy's an asshole. Reason number one, it always looks so brighter with the fuck it's like pretty much sun's down and it does not look as bright as it is. But how to tell if a guy's an asshole. Number one, they're always trying to up everybody else, outdo everybody else, and pretty much be a loudmouth. That's one way to find out if your boyfriend's an asshole. Or if a guy is an asshole in general. Two, he is real specific. Hold on, I'm about to throw on this shirt. He's real specific on what he articulates, and he chooses few words, which can be a good thing. But when it comes to this, usually what he chooses is he always acts as everyone's going against him. He's really not peaceful. He's being real overly exertive. He's just being really loud for no reason, basically. It's different to be loud and have fun, but when you're being loud and basically being like a smart ass, you can just tell the tone of someone's voice and that goes with the pitch. So that's a great way to tell. And again, they only say things to basically to hurt somebody else, to bully somebody else. They're just always being a smart ass. Like, it's cool. They're always trying to make a fool of somebody every time they speak, and basically to hurt someone's feelings. I mean, I know when I see an asshole anytime now. Most people are assholes, unfortunately. Guys. Another way a third way would be to tell if they get real jealous when someone makes their girlfriend laugh, talks to their girlfriend, gives them a compliment, as if it even matters. What doesn't matter at all, but they get real jealous about it. This also leads into the things of like they're overprotective and they make you feel down all the time because their energy is so overly aggressive. There is just no calmness and they're always like real tense. There's a difference between intensity in your relationship and how much fun you're having between how tense someone is and how they act. How are you? Excellent. A selfie video. I posted on YouTube after. The videos why most boyfriends are assholes. Yeah, it's actually real funny. And so, that was way 3. They're overprotective. They're real envious when someone says something to their girlfriend, which there is a fine line between actually being protective, but way too many people they overdo it way too much. It's not the end of the world. Even if someone does steal your girl or take her or does something that you lose attachment to, that's a good thing for you because it wasn't meant for you and she didn't really like you or she's moving on. So it's a plus. I mean, I would say 9 out of 10 guys, if we had to say, are assholes. And that most of them that are in a relationship, and girls for some reason want to attract to this, be a magnet to this. And the reason why this would ever happen is because the girl doesn't know what she's doing. And that's why I'm more for girls being, I want them to be independent. It's hard to find a girl like that. Also, to find a girl who loves herself and actually happy, which I would want, which I would think anybody else would want. That's even harder to find. So, there we go. Also, we can take into the consideration of the fact that, you know, some girls always need to feel like they need to be in a relationship. That's just going to put you in the wrong direction. Being independent and spending time alone, you'll recognize yourself and find out what you truly want. Also, I would like for women in general to strive for self-confidence and security and be vulnerable. And why I say this is because they always think guys are going to come up to them in their head. They're thinking too much. They're thinking way too much. Here's the thing. If you think a guy's going to come up to you and be the guy you actually want, chances are it's never going to happen. Why? That looks like the sun, but that's a street light. Why is this? Because the guy that's going to come up to you and say something, it's pretty much the guy who goes up to every girl and try to have sex with every girl and doesn't care about anything merely other than sex, which there's nothing wrong with, but is that the guy you want? And that's pretty much the asshole. So if you want to get that, the guy who's just all jokes and not, I don't want to say all fun and games, because you want it to be fun and games, but he's just like he's never real. He jokes so much. See, there's a difference between being funny and trying to be funny, which is where the assholes fail. And as I was saying, these guys, well, I want women to be more independent. These guys that are always chasing women, all they really want's pussy. I mean, that's what they're chasing you for. And I understand that, and that's fine. You can do whatever you want. But again, ask yourself, women, is this the guy that you really want? The guy who's hitting on everybody? I mean, feel his energy. Also, for the women, you should strive for going and say something to a guy, to two guys, because you are the maker. I mean, you can equal out this balance, but in the U.S. primarily, and this is where I'm coming from and saying, the women, I know other places are different, but primarily the women are like shy, and they always wait for men. Not whether they play shy or actual shy is a whole different thing, but doing both is just ridiculous. Unless you like really smart about the tactic. But most people, I guarantee you, aren't like that. And what I'm saying is, the women need to go seek the man that she wants. Also, if you like a guy or feel the energy, you will make an eye-to-eye connection. That's how to tell somebody likes you. There's like just right off the bat, and they smile. That's where you're welcoming, and it's refreshing and being happy. How many people are happy? Most people are like doing drugs or alcohol, or just not happy and depressed, or they're being an asshole because this is how they have to be. The strive for happiness or all this redundant stuff. It's ridiculous how the people act. So even though this message is primarily for women, look into a guy that, if you see a guy that you think's attractive and you might be interested in, look him in the eye. Don't like look the other way. That's throwing him off. It's definitely throwing him off. Look him in the eye and smile. And then maybe you can approach him and say something to him. That way it would be way better. Most guys, I can't even give 7 out of 10 guys that see a girl that they like or something like that get disturbed because the women's just looking at their phone or just looking the other way, or just not giving them any eye contact, any indication that she likes him. And definitely, like, I would never hit on a girl who's looking so pissed off or angry or just has a frown. I'm not even gonna do it to show you, but just someone's facial expression and how happy they are. It's so hard to really find a girl who's actually truly happy, then more so independent. I mean, that's what, it's so crazy, but it's actually so true. And that's where I was getting at when you're searching for your twin flame or something. So I said 7 out of 10 guys are not even going to say anything. So 3 out of 10 guys might say something to you. That leaves you with 3 out of 10 guys. And how many of those guys do you think are going to be an asshole and not the guy you want? Out of 10 guys, you're already down to 3 because, you're looking at your phone. You're not even giving eye contact or any signal that you might be interested in the guy. Women, you always look the other way, and you're never... even if it's all right to make eye contact with somebody and say hello and be friendly, it doesn't mean you love them or even interested in them. But it's just a polite thing to do. And whether you want to consider politeness or not, it's just called being alive and recognizing what's in front of you and being, in a way, peaceful and making friendships and connection regardless between how far you want to dive into the depth of that relationship. People just get so turmoil and ridiculous with this. I understand it's a lot of people, how they grow up, people think they need to be assholes to get girls, and bitches think they need to be bitches. I mean, if you aren't being real with yourself, then who else can you be real with? You gotta look. Do you think somebody who's just like, do you think a guy would ever hit on any girl that's like, it could happen, but they're taking a shot in the dark when they do this? Because if the girl's not paying attention, she pretty much has no interest in you, but she might have to, but she might have it, but she would be hiding it. So this throws the guy off. How is he ever supposed to know? So my thing to women out there would be to show interest in somebody that you like and give more eye contact. Everybody should be giving eye contact. I said it's ridiculous, the people that when you look at someone, just you're gonna stare at them blankly. At least why are you looking soulless? Smile. Jesus, I mean, that's just a given. Every time I see somebody, it makes me smile. It doesn't matter who it is, really. Even if it's people that I don't really like. Some people are just so ridiculous sometimes. So yeah, those are my reasons and prove why most guys are assholes, and improvements that could be made on both sides. And I understand this is more generally, and it's so much brighter, and the sky's not so bright. It's like dark out. It's crazy here. It's kind of like that dark, but even a little darker. And you can just see like how I'm talking more from the US because that's where I've been, and how the people are. You're never gonna get anywhere if you don't know yourself and actually try to show interest or in connection to somebody. You think Prince Charming's just gonna come up to you when you're not making eye contact to him and like smiling and being happy? Put it in their perspective. Do you think a guy is ever gonna go up to a woman? I mean, he might show some concern or care to somebody who's sad, but somebody who's angry, a guy might be trying to help you out, whether you're sad or angry, but he's not gonna try to develop like what you're looking for, love or a sexual relationship with you. I mean, if he's good at manipulation, which that's a lot of guys are, and they're assholes and they try to trick you, yeah, they might very well be doing this. But that's why you got to analyze the guy and feel the connection and make eye contact. Eye contact's probably number one, and just to also smile. You don't got to even show interest in every guy, but just smiling and making eye contact with them or with anybody in general is just going to be improvement and give you self-confidence anyway, and let go of that insecurity. Yeah, so I'm just here to raise awareness, make you feel better. It's Fizz. What up, snappers? I have a book that's coming out soon called Life's a Ride. Stay tuned for that. I mean, it's already written. It's just about to be on an ebook real soon, then soon published, sooner than later. Leave your comment below, tell your tall tale. Based everything off experience. Let me know how you feel about the situation. Subscribe to my channel. Give me a like up if you're going to improve your self-confidence and live your life and be happy and make eye contact and smile a little more. Give me a thumbs down if you're going to frown and never come around and never meet that twin flame and be stuck with an asshole. Have a nice day, snappers.